Okay, I'm going to do another Trump reading. This will be for February 20th through the end of the month. I'm still in the time period for the last reading that went from the 11th to the 20th. Today's the 17th. And it was interesting, the reading. It showed had some swords come up, but then on this side of the board, it had the hangman, the 9 of cups, and the 10 of cups. And I thought to myself, well, he's going to have a really, really good 10 days. And I couldn't imagine what would have to happen for him to have a good 10 days. But it's interesting because he kind of did have a good 10 days from what we can tell what's going on with him. So the hangman was up here, showed a different perspective. And then here was the current action, which was the 9 of cups, his wishes. And then we had the final outcome was the happy family. And what's happening now in his world is he went through the impeachment, came out unscathed for the most part. And this time period, he did a remarkable thing. He ended up getting Holly, is that her name? Holly Hicks? Is that her name, Holly? Or Holly Hicks? I think her name is something. I don't think it's Holly. I think it's something else. It's Heidi, Holly, I don't know what her name is. I can't remember her name is. Well, she's coming back to the White House. And so is another gentleman who's going to be head of the security. These are 2 people that had left the administration and are now coming back. And there's even suggestions that even more will come back. And I thought that was really interesting because that could be the change of perspective where he brings people back, and his wish to bring Hicks, I can't remember her first name, Hicks back, and then the McHenry, or I can't remember his name, the head of security, he's coming back. And then there was rumors about other people coming back as well. And then the family. So when I read the cards again, now this is why I'm reading these cards. So what the 9 of Cups mean to me now is a wish of his comes true. And then what the 10 of Cups means something's happening at the White House. Because of the previous reading, I can now identify those cards to what actually happened in the past and maybe project them into the future. So that's kind of cool. So now I'm thinking, if he ever gets the 9 of Cups again, he's going to do something that will make him happy. He'll maybe bring people that he loves closer to him. And the 10 of Cups means some changes in the White House. So that gives me a unique way of looking at the cards from his particular perspective. So I wasn't sure what that was about. I was thinking that maybe he would go on different medications, but I think that's what it was about. He made a wish. He wanted people to come back, and it made the White House, going back to the way it was to some extent. Okay, so now we're going to read from the 20th to the end of the month. I think this year is a leap year. Is it the 29th? I think it has 29 days. Doesn't really matter, but it's till the end, not to the end of the year, the end of the month. I got these all mixed up. That's okay. Doesn't matter. So Trump reading for February 20th till the end of the month. February 20th to the end of the month. Trump reading. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got here. The positions. Recent past is here. Eight of Wands, a lot going on in his world. So he starts off the 20th with a lot of things happening. A lot of things, a lot of motion, a lot of activity. This is a lot of wand action. This is a lot of fiery action. So there's going to be a lot of probably news reports, probably a lot of information coming out, him doing a lot of stuff. So it's coming from a place, as of the 20th, from a lot of action going on. Now, where will he be after that? Five of Swords. All this action that he's going to be involved with is going to cause conflict in his world. Here we have the Five of Swords. Conflict. It's unstable activity. People leaving. This card kind of shows his friends leaving. So he's going to be embroiled in something. You know, he is the administration of chaos. So there's going to be more chaos. He's going to be in chaos. What's new? This is hidden influences. The Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a very nice card. Six of Wands is he will be getting support from his recognition from peers. I don't know who they would be. Possibly the Republican Party. Possibly his people that are in the cabinet. So this looks like hidden influences will be support from a group that could be either like the Republican Party, donors, people in his cabinet. So he will get some recognition. The Star Program. The Star Program. The Star card. Now that is, you know, it's wishes and hopes. This is an obstacle. So this could be an interesting obstacle. Maybe there are forces that have opposing views than his, so will not help him reach his goals. Because this is in the obstacle path, maybe other people are working against him and could be a problem. We're going to do clarifiers, of course. This is the community card. The Magician. Someone is working their magic. Now, that's another interesting card. Could it be the Republicans working their magic, or could it be the Democrats working their magic? There's something coming up that's manifesting in the community. We're going to pull some clarifiers on that card, of course. Justice is coming down. Current action. Is he metering out justice, or is justice being metered out on him? We'll learn more about that card when we pull clarifiers. And then the final outcome will be the Five of Cups, which is disappointment. So we see a lot of action here. We see a lot of rumblings, a lot of infighting. We see a lot of destabilization with the Five of Swords. Hidden influences are, some people are supportive of him and give him recognition, which is always good for him, you know. We have the Star card in the obstacle position. So this could be not getting what he wants, not getting his wishes and hopes and dreams. This is also a very spiritual card. Maybe he's missing the mark on becoming a spiritual person. Well, that goes without saying. The Magician from the community. There could be someone, forces in the community helping him or hurting him. I don't know if those are good or bad forces. The Justice card comes down, and maybe this is Bar. Maybe Bar is going to play a very big role in this in the next 10 days, the 20th through the 29th. That could just be Bar's action. And how does it end? It ends with disappointment. So we're getting back to Mr. Trump, where usually their readings are not unusual, you know, a lot of certain amount of strife and problematic situations here. Okay, so we're going to pull some qualifiers. Let's pull the Five of Swords, see what that's all about. We have the the Page of Wands. Pages bring messages. It's fiery energy. Maybe he receives a message from somebody and that throws him in a whole, you know, puts him in a very upset mood, angry mood. We have the Ten of Pentacles. That's usually a very good card, but it also could be, given the circumstances with the Five of Swords, that could be a money issue coming up with him. Let's see what the next one is. The Two of Pentacles, yeah. So I see he's getting in a situation that's destabilizing, and he's getting angry, and he's got rivals, and he's fighting with people, and someone is trying to ameliorate that. Some kind of Page of Wands maybe brings a message or tries to help with whatever's going on here. There's the Ten of Cups, which is a happy household, but it also could just mean money issues. And then he has to make a decision. There's Two of Pentacles. He's juggling things. Well, I'll look at that again when I continue to read the cards, see if they come up anywhere else. Six of Wands, I believe, is someone who, in his community, who recognizes him. He gets recognition. We have the King of Pentacles. I think it's another person. We have the Page of Pentacles, shedding light. And then we have the Nine of Swords. So we have someone is going to be supporting him, and it's going to be an older man, a king, Pentacles king, like maybe a man of money. It could be one of his lawyers. It could be one of his rich friends. And they're going to shed light on the situation. But there's still, I mean, they're celebrating him, but there's still a underbelly to that, because there is a Nine of Swords, which of course is the Nightmare card. So even though he gets recognition and learns information and gets a message, and oh, it's not a message, it's, yeah, a message, gets more information, enlightenment, there's another gentleman helping him, it still causes a problem where he has nightmares or has trouble sleeping. Now let's see what the Star is all about. The Three of Wands. Three of Wands is creative energy, fiery energy. It's also looking for help overseas or waiting for your ship to come in. So he has a wish. He has a wish for his ship to come in. He's waiting for something. There's my Six of Swords. I always get that in the reading, except not last time. The Six of Swords is where he goes away, he leaves, he goes off in a boat, leaves the area. And then there's the Ten of Swords. Wow. Okay. This is interesting. Now, we have the Star here, and this is an obstacle position, and I was suggesting that maybe this is people that are against him have wishes and hopes and dreams. And maybe their hopes and dreams for him are all of these things. Looking overseas, seeing if Trump's ship is going to come in, put him on a ship, and then have him, you know, go through the Ten of Swords. So this could be very, very much of a problem for him in the next 20th to the 28th or 29th. Opposing forces that will kind of make him want to leave, see where he might want to go, see where he can get help overseas, and then cause him a lot of mental anguish. The Magician. Let's see who the Magician is, what the Magician... That's a community card. We have the Ace of Chalices, the Ace of Cups. So that's all new energy. He wants to manifest emotional healing, intuition, love. The Hermit. Well, that's going inward. Finding answers inward. and it gets to the devil. So we got some heavy stuff going over here on in the community card. This could relate to this star that may be giving him a hard time. There's also this manifestation going on, and that also could not be maybe the support he has, but this anti-Trump support, where there's new hope on the other side. There's maybe some people who are anti-Trump are having have the Ace of Cups, which is a whole new energy, a whole new cycle. And what they're doing is they're going inward with that, and they're coming out with the devil, which is sabotaging thoughts, sabotaging a situation. This seems to me to be a problem. So although I'm not sure on how it plays out. So there's the Ace of Cups is coming around, but the person's going inward. Maybe he goes inward. He meets his, he starts self-sabotaging himself. Maybe what this means is he had such a good week the last week with all the cups energy. Maybe he wants to resurrect the cup energy that he had that was so successful in the previous weeks. And to do that, he starts going inward, figuring he can ride that again and manifest that good feeling he had in the previous week. But the problem is it doesn't manifest because it's false. It's a false sense of love, it's a false sense of emotion. He gets the devil. He gets back into his regular way of thinking. Everyone's against him. He knows everything. He's going to sabotage himself here with this card. And this could be caused by this thing here from his obstacles as the star turns on him and he gets all these swords. He goes over here. He has hope, but then he starts losing his hope, and it becomes more ingrained, more how he normally is. Justice. I don't know who Justice card is. Let's see who the Justice is coming through. The World card. Okay, the World card. Justice. The world is watching him. I watch a lot of videos that are not in the United States. They're all over the world. They're from Canada. They're from Australia. They're from England. They're from Germany. And in the world stage, he is not liked at all. Not liked at all. This could be the world watching. He gets the Page of Swords, someone coming in with a message, a clarifying message possibly. And the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is a very good card, but it depends who we're talking about here. Like the Justice, is it just for him or against him, the Justice card? And I would think that I'm reading it sort of against him because of these cards here and these cards here. And then we get the World card, and I know the world does not like Trump. And then we get a message coming, and then we have the Nine of Coins, which could be some money issues. Justice, a court action could be, I know they keep talking about court coming to a decision and revealing something about the money situation that he's in, or financial issues or tax issues. That could come out in the next, the 20th to the end of February. As I said, I think I could read it as his Justice, but not with all these negative cards coming in here. Okay, let's go to the Five of Cups as a disappointment. So he gets, and that's the other reason why I think this is all against him, because he becomes disappointed afterwards. Let's see what happens here. The Chariot. He gets disappointed and he acts out. He acts out. The Six of Coins, that's giving nature, sharing. I don't know what that's all about. And then we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is problems with your inner circle, arguments, So I see he's disappointed. He still marches forward. We have the Six of Coins. Maybe that is just money issues again. Rather, I don't know if it's him, being generous. I don't see him as a particularly generous man. But there is some giving of money, but maybe it's just money issues being exchanged. And then we have the rivalry card, the Five of Wands. This is usually, to me, means inner fighting, almost like this this card here, the Five of Swords, where it's sort of people of his own ilk arguing and fighting. So how does this look for Mr. Trump in the next, the end of February? It doesn't look good. He starts out with a lot going on. I don't know what this is about because I'm 3 days before the 20th. Something is happening. A lot of stuff is happening. And what that causes is fighting, arguments in his inner circle, where he becomes, the winner, quote, the winner, and gets kind of obnoxious about it. He gets a message. It's about money, I think. And he finds himself juggling 2 different positions. And it's causing problems. The Six of Wands is a very good card. This is in the position of hidden influences. He has an older man, older man, he's probably younger than him, helping him out in some kind of way, shedding light on a situation. But what that does is it still brings up a problem because he gets the Nine of Swords, which is the nightmare card. So he doesn't, even though he's getting a lot of kudos for something, the final result, once the kudos stop, once the celebrations stop, he's got a situation on his hands, which then leads to our obstacles. This is the Star card. The Star card, of course, is a wonderful card. It's all wishes and dreams and connection to spirit. But it's in the obstacle card. So I'm thinking this could be someone who's opposing him, someone who's getting their wishes and dreams that is not Trump, but is going against Trump. So it could be the Democratic Party. It could be Nancy Pelosi. It could be the people who are running for office. So I think that they're getting their wishes and dreams. And what is that giving Trump? It's making him think about getting help from outside the country or looking for help from someone. Again, we get the Six of Swords, and that's him thinking about moving on. And he gets the Ten of Swords, which is mental anguish, significant mental anguish. So this card is bringing on problems. All these cards that are kind of good are bringing on problems. Here we have the community card, the Magician. Where do we have this? We get Magician. We have a magician trying to manifest something with the Ace of Cups, trying to manifest hidden knowledge, bring it forward, or trying to manifest healing, or trying to manifest intuition. There's the wish to manifest something, but it remains hidden. The Hermit is there. So whatever they're trying to manifest, it gets stalled with the Hermit. And then as it's sitting there stalled, the Devil comes in and really usurps the whole situation. The whole manifestation here that could manifest is being sabotaged. So again, we have a good card here that sort of heads south. Then we get Justice. Justice for who? Now, we already see there's problems here, there's problems here. The fact, that's what leads me to think that justice is against him, not for him. And then we have the World card. I know for a fact the world, the majority of like Europe and Australia, Canada, I don't know about South America, but they don't like Trump. I mean, I have friends in all those areas, and they're very anti-Trump. He gets the Knave of Swords. This is a clarity, a message of clarity, a message of judgment, a message of a decision, a clear decision. So again, this comes down on him. And then the Nine of Coins. This could be a message comes out, and it could be about money. maybe there's something that comes out about money that's overseas, and it cuts him down. And then lastly, we get the Five of Cups, which is, of course, disappointment. And we see him going off the rails, because it's the Chariot card. He goes off the rails when he gets upset. And then we have another money card. This is sharing, giving, a sharing, giving nature. Someone's giving money to someone else. Maybe there's, some deal being worked behind the scenes where, he's giving money to someone else to shut them up or something. Who knows? Will we ever know about that? I think we're going to learn a lot about Trump after he leaves office. We're going to find out that it was just a whole thug government. That's what I think is going to happen. And then he has some infighting. There's the Five of Wands, which I see as a lot of infighting. So this is not going to be good for Trump at all. When you look at the cards, this way, everything looks kind of okay. But when you put the clarifiers down and get into it a little bit more, you see where this is not a Trump card, this is not a Trump card, this is not a Trump card, and this is a Trump card because of all the clarifiers that were in here. So I think he's going to have a rough time the next February 20th to the 29th, I think. I didn't check the calendar. Ah, well, c'est la vie. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, have a great day.